Hey, this is Richard Miller with Goldie May, and here's a tour of what you can do with Goldie May and Ancestry.com. You may have noticed that I do all my videos with FamilySearch, and it's with FamilySearch that you can use all of Goldie May's features, but there are features that can be used with Ancestry as well, both Goldie May free and paid features. So here's a tour of those features. I have Ancestry pulled up on the left and Goldie May on the right. And with this Leonard J. Wilson profile on Ancestry, I don't see quite as much info as I would with a FamilySearch profile, but I can still create a new project and give it a name. And because I can't add a person to the project formally like I could with FamilySearch, I'll add his name to the title of this project as well. And I could add details and notes. Now I'll go into the research log, and I have automatic logging turned on. So if I were to visit a new page, when the page loads, it will be added to my research log within a couple of seconds. So you see that here. It's got the title and URL of that page from Ancestry. And logging works for any page across the internet. So anywhere you were to go, if you want to log it, you can. And then you've got the option to heart it, dislike it, comment on it, or add an abstract or summary. And then for Goldie May Pro users, you can add a citation. And in fact, for Ancestry records, it will copy the citation over for you. So that citation comes from here and is copied over there for you. And then you could kind of prune your research log by deleting entries that you don't want anymore or accidentally added. And then you've got the option to export the log as a CSV file. So all the information above that I've shown you is added to the CSV file. And so that's a great way to take it over to another project or use it with other tools. Okay, so that's the research log. One other thing I want to show you here is the ability to take a screenshot. You can right click and choose take a screenshot. You'll see crosshairs appear. And then I can draw a box by clicking and dragging and releasing. And that screenshot will be added to my log. Maybe I don't want to screenshot the citation, which I already have, but if I were to open up a record like this, I can right click, take a screenshot, and then draw a box around that and save that to my log. And one really nice thing about that is that because your Goldie May data is stored in the Goldie May cloud, then if you were to log out of Goldie May, close it, go to another computer, come back tomorrow, go to the library, come home from the library, then all that data is saved for you and you'll see your screenshots when you pick it up next time. Okay, so that's the research log. I'll show you the task list. This is intended to keep you organized. You can add tasks yourself and mark them done or delete them. And then you've got the option too, if you come across a page that looks like you'll need to work on later, you can choose add this page to tasks, and that will save the current page you're looking at into the task list with the URL, and then you can pick that up later. Okay, one other feature I want to show you is workspaces. I think it can work from here, but I like the option to go to workspaces in the menu. It gives workspaces more space to work with. And the idea here is that once you've got a bunch of tabs open, and I'm sure you've opened far more than 5 before, you may have multiple windows across multiple monitors. You might want to just hold on to all that for next time. You can choose Save Current Windows and Tabs. It's saved the position of this window and its 5 tabs. And so if you were to close this window, and again, next day or in a different location, you can come back and choose to open that workspace. And all those tabs and windows will come back to their original location. Or if you just want to open up one link from there, you can click on these individual links to open those as well. And then if you decide you don't want something in the workspace, you can delete it as well. So that's the workspace. Now, the subway map is the big new timeline feature in Goldie May. It does not yet work with Ancestry, so that's we'll leave that for the future. And I would really like to support Ancestry with the subway map. I also want to show you the canvas. This is a different view of the same screenshots you've already taken in the project. So you're seeing the screenshots I took, and it's kind of it's a canvas as if you'd printed these out on a piece of paper, and now you can zoom in and zoom out with your mouse. You can move them around. And there's a talk on the Roots Tech 2022 site where I talk about swim lanes. And this is a technique I use to figure out messy situations where I take a bunch of screenshots of sources, and then I put them into different lines to decide which people belong together, which sources belong together. And so that's something you could do here. You could move these images around, and you could, of course, go in and take a new screenshot, and you'd probably be taking screenshots of sources instead. But the idea is you're just going to move those around and use that to organize your research however you want. Okay, so that is the canvas. You've seen the research log, subway map, workspaces, and that's the majority of things. Maybe the one last thing I'll show you is the right-click options. Now, you saw that right-click will let you take a screenshot, and that's for all users. For Goldie May subscribers, there are additional options that you can use from a right-click. So say you don't know where Des Moines is in Iowa and you want to look it up, you can choose search for text in Google Maps, and that will open Google Maps to Des Moines. That works for any text on any page. And similarly, you get some other options for looking up things in various catalogs. So in the case of Ancestry, maybe we want to look up Des Moines in the Ancestry catalog, and here are the things that come up matching Des Moines. Okay, so that's a pretty good tour of all the features available to Ancestry users. Please feel free to send me any email feedback about this, and look for additional Ancestry support in the future. Thanks so much.